against a good team, a good defense like that, you can't do that. It was a frustrating day offensively. Felt like we moved the ball well at times. The passing game, thankfully, was there for a lot of the day, but yeah, I think obviously turnovers hurt, the drops, penalties, or whatever it was. It kind of felt like we always kind of had something happen to kind of stall drives out, and we gotta just everybody look in the mirror, try and get better for next week. This is a good team, and kudos to the New York Jets for playing a really good game, and their defense especially.
How about the Lane injury? Obviously, plays a key part in what you do offensively.
It's one of the best tackles in the league, and I think it's difficult whenever you're losing a player of that caliber. But I think there's more than just that, and we gotta play better.
When you're losing guys on the offensive line as a leader, how do you kind of rally the younger guys to just kind of catch up to speed and get them through the game?
A lot of these guys have played a lot of football for us. Jack's played a lot, Sua's played a lot, so we're very comfortable with them. I just got to communicate and make sure everybody's on the same page. That's the biggest thing, especially on the road. You can get a lot of times, and trying to make sure everybody's on the same page is a big part of getting new guys in and having guys play positions that they're trying to get ready for.
Some of your teammates said that you guys decided to speak to each other as teammates, and Nick didn't talk to the team. Why do you guys think that was necessary after this specific loss?
I think whenever you lose, you want to take accountability and ownership, and I think we all know that wasn't the standard that we hold ourselves to, and I think that whenever you lose or you win or emotions are high, people are gonna talk. So I think I don't know that it's that unique. I think that that's kind of how it goes when you're trying to motivate your teammates or get things corrected.
One of the things I guess you can't control is the turf that you play on, but it seems like there's been a lot of complaints about this MetLife turf. Is that something that came up?
Well, I think it's a new turf. It's a new turf this year, so it's not the same as it's been. I didn't notice any. It's turf. I think some turfs are better than others. I didn't notice that one out today. It felt fine. I've been on camera as saying I wish it was all grass, and I still feel that way, but I don't know that had any type of implication in the game today or anything. It was, certainly not, had nothing to do with Lane's injury. So I think,
Do you feel second half not scoring any points? Do you think the main thing was giving up pressure?
I don't know. I'd have to go back and look. I think there was a lot of things. Pressure certainly didn't help. I think everybody kind of shared in having moments of mistakes. So I have to go back and look. I don't think that it was any one thing. I think everybody kind of had their moments in the second half of stalling drives out or doing things that hurt us.
What was the biggest challenge in trying to run the football today?
They're a good front. They're well coached. They're a good defense for a reason.
Honestly, it's us out there playing anyway. The coaches they guiding us, but we the ones out there going to work, and going to war. So I think it was necessary.
What do you think was the main issue for you guys in the second half?
Just not executing, turning the ball over. Simple.
Obviously uncharacteristic for Jalen, throwing 3 interceptions. Did you see anything different with him, or what was kind of going on?
I can't speak for him because, we got to watch the tape, and, he's going to hold himself accountable. But I don't know, and I know we're going to grow from this, and we're going to get better from it.
What can you learn moving forward? This is just the start. It's week 6. There's so much you can gain from a loss just as much as a win. But what can you guys carry on with you?
I think just execute no matter who we're playing. Putting games away when they need to be put away. Most importantly, regardless of who is our opponent, we got to execute on all 3 phases. And I don't think we did that tonight.
When you saw Lane leave the game, how tough was that as far as offensive line giving up some pressure?
It's tough just to see your teammate go down, your brother go down, and hopefully he's okay and get back with us really fast. But I think it's a next man mentality. Everybody got to step up and do their job, man. And that's what happened. You have to step up. So.
knowing Jalen for a long time, how do you expect him to kind of take this loss and move on and go on the next week?
He's gonna respond. He's gonna go to work. He's gonna do his thing. He's gonna respond for sure.
Because Jalen was one of the main guys who spoke after the game. What was his main message?
We're gonna keep that in the locker room, but like Schmidt said, what's understood don't got to be explained. And we're gonna go to work, and that's the only thing that matters.
It seemed like Jalen, for a long time in that game, was able to extend plays. And, was it tough to see it end the way it did for him after he had played so well for most of it?
To be honest, I just think all 3 phases we didn't play good, so it didn't end the way we wanted it to end. So I'm gonna just leave it at that.
You've been with DeVonta now for a few years.
Mm-hmm.
To see him have an uncharacteristic game like that, I mean, what do you say to him, and what do you think about him just taking care?
Not worried about him at all. You're not worried about him at all. He's gonna go to work. He's gonna bounce back like he always do. A confidence issue that's not an issue. He's gonna be just fine. He gonna be fine.
Yeah, so it's like,
Simple. That ain't even a thought. Yeah.
What about Jalen? What was your comment? If you were able to talk to him after the game?
No, I haven't talked to him. I'll talk to him later. We're gonna watch film tomorrow, or maybe even tonight, and we're gonna discuss. We're gonna grow from it. Most importantly.
We've seen him bounce back a lot of things in his career. How do you think he'll approach this?
Just like how he approached everything else, man. He's a strong individual, man. He's gonna bounce back regardless, man. This is small compared to what he done faced in his life, So, like, I'm not gonna speak for him, but I know how he's gonna shake back. So,
were you able to tell what happened on that last interception? Or?
I don't know. I gotta see it and discuss it with the guys and try to learn from it and grow from it.
In this situation, you guys have not had postgame.
Just a lot of self-reflecting, a lot of leadership, just stepping up and talking to each other. Like I said earlier, I think that's most important. Even better than Nick getting up there and talking, because we the ones out there going to war. We the ones out there going to battle each and every play, and we depending on each other. So I think that was the vibe in here. We were just holding each other accountable, And like I said, we're gonna grow from it. But I'm gonna keep what was said inside the locker room.
Is that where the culture of accountability starts to really take effect?
Yeah,
a loss like that?
Yeah, for sure. I mean, no, not even after a loss. This is even after a win. We're gonna hold each other accountable because we're trying to grow, and we got a standard around here. And today we didn't play up to that standard, and we got to hold each other accountable. Regardless of who it is, you hold your best players accountable.
How disappointing is it for you guys, to come in here and not play up to your standards, obviously?
It's always disappointing when you're not playing up to your standard, but it's always about us. We know what we need to do to get better. We're gonna clean it up this week, get back to it, next week.
What was your message about Jalen when you guys get the ball back at the end of the game?
I haven't talked to Jalen.
When you guys get the ball back at the end of the game, do you still have some confidence that you'll be able to move it down the field?
Yeah, I mean, that was the purpose. Let them score, get the ball back with a lot of time. We just didn't go out there and execute.
DeVonta, you obviously had turnovers and you said the drops. Do you think something was just off today?
Nah, I just dropped the damn ball. Just need to catch the ball.
Do you think as a team something was just off?
Nah, we just ain't execute.
After the game, did you guys kind of decide to talk to each other as a team? And I guess Nick didn't talk?
Yeah, what goes on here stays in here.
Why do you think this was the moment to do something like that?
I mean, everybody, got something on their chest that they need to say. And it's not nothing negative. We all understand what's going on. We all know what we need to do. We all on the same page. So.
How tough was it when Lane went out? What changed out there for you guys, if any?
Man, it's always next man up. Guys have to be ready for we just didn't go out there and execute. But that's part of the game. Injuries happen and things like that. It sucks, but when a man go down, next man got to be ready.
Is that kind of like your game plan? They had their top 3 cornerbacks out. Like, you guys are trying to take advantage of that.
We just tried to go out there and just execute, what we were doing. Concepts that we had, we just didn't go out there as players and go out there and execute it.
Does your mentality change at all when they have their top 2 cornerbacks out?
Nah, no matter who out there, go out there and do the same thing.
When you've had a tough loss like this, how have you seen the team respond and come back and you guys get back to work?
Everybody just got to be ready to get back in. go ahead, push it to the side. There's nothing you can do about it now. Clean up what you need to clean up.
Do you expect anybody to maybe speak up at practice this week, or just the collective team?
What's understood don't need to be explained.
Guys are going to get injured in the NFL. So they did a good job preparing themselves. It was just, when I got out there, I was just trying to make sure I was able to communicate, get us in the right position whenever I could.
When you're missing a guy at the caliber of Slay, what is the trickle-down effect of that?
Can you answer that question one more time?
When you're missing someone as talented as Slay, what can the trickle-down effect of that be on the defense?
I think, we do a good job of, having that next man mentality up. Of course, Slay is a great talent, and we definitely need him out there. DeVonta is a great talent. We need him out there as well. But those two guys that, unfortunately, we didn't have today. So you can't really dwell on it and think about it too much. You got to move on. And those guys that are going to be up there, they got to be prepared to play. And I got to also help them get prepared throughout the week. I think we did a good job.
You're a veteran. You've won. You've lost. How do you flip the page? Because you guys have another big test on Sunday.
I come in Monday and I get to work. I have a routine Monday, Tuesday, whether it's my off day or not. I have a routine of trying to prepare my body recovery-wise and also get me a little workout in. So just grind. That's how I kind of move and flip on to the next page.
You guys have gone through, learned a lot of stuff. When the first 5 wins you guys had this season, but now you got through the first loss. What have you learned from this first loss of the season?
I think I learned that you can't really take any team for granted. Not to say that we, our effort or anything kind of went down as we played this team, but you just got to put them away whenever you have the opportunity. It was self-inflicted wounds that kind of kept them in the game, and we also got to create more turnovers on the defense, and we just got to go to work and find ways to do that.
We pride ourselves on that next man up mentality, and that next man up being ready, and when those changes happen, it affects that cohesion that with the same guys that you have up front, and so. As an offensive line, we got to do a better job at communicating and protecting the ball and protecting QB.
That last possession that you guys had, you guys were still fully confident that you could get it
for sure.
Get the points, yeah. Okay.
For sure, man.
What was that confidence like in the huddle?
You just got to create your own energy, man, and try and go and execute the plays and execute the protection and do your best to score points, man. Get a first down, score points.
How disappointing?
I'll hold it for you guys.
How disappointing is the? I mean, this has got to be really disappointing, right?
It is, man.
Yeah.
It is. But the Jets, that's kudos to them, respect to them, man. They came out and they really showed up today. So, as disappointing as it is, that it's the NFL and they're a really good team too. They got a really good defensive line, and didn't matter who. They had a great next man up mentality as well. They had 2 of their starting corners go down and they stepped up to the occasion, so that's all to them.
Do you think the main issue in the second half was giving up pressure?
I'll be honest, I can't even remember the game right now, but I'm sure that it will equivalent to, our mistakes. So yeah.
Is it just as simple as 4 turnovers and it's hard to win in the NFL like that?
Yeah, for sure. We got to do a better job of protecting the ball. But again, it's hard to come back when you're giving them turnover, giving them the ball. So we got to do a better job at protecting QB and giving him as much time to get through his reads and go from there.
What was Nick's message to you guys after this loss?
To be honest, Nick didn't speak. The players did. So yeah.
Why did you feel that was necessary?
We know the standard, and we coach well, and I think it was important for us to speak up and. Players look each other in the eye, and we got to hold each other accountable. So, kind of liked it.
Who led that players meeting?
Jalen, AJ, Smitty, Hassan, Fletch. Who else? Yeah, I think that's it.
What was the general message or sentiment from those conversations?
That we know the standard, and we didn't play to our standard, and we know who we are. And we have to, go back into the paddock practice field and start working on our corrections. And again, 1% better every day, and make sure that we protect the ball.
What do you think will be the reaction from this team after hearing from your teammates after this loss?
Knowing our team, I think we're just going to watch the tape, learn from our mistakes, and move on. We've got to flush it down. We've got to move on. We've got a big game next week, Sunday Night Football, I believe.
Yeah.
go from there, man. So.
Given that we don't know what Lane's status is just for this upcoming week, what do you say to Jack just to make sure that he keeps his confidence up?
Next play mentality. We got to have that. Talk about it a lot, and just Jack's a great player. He's been in the league for a long time. We've been in these situations before. There's nothing new to him. So, just daily reminders that he's been in this position where he's that next man up, and that he's a damn good tackle. So we just got to watch the film and we'll correct it there.
Did you get a chance to talk with Lane?
We did. He's high spirits, so I'm not sure what the injury is. So.
But do you think generally he'll be okay? It's not something serious?
I'm no doctor, John. Yeah. I'm no doctor.
Yeah. But he's in high spirits?
He's in high spirits, for sure.
It seemed like an exorbitant amount of injuries for you guys in one game. Is there any talk in here about maybe the turf having something to do with it?
100%. 100%. But, I mean, again, the stuff that we can control and the stuff that we can't control, the turf is one of those things. And what we can control is the turnovers, and that's what we need to work on. So, and we pride ourselves in that. And today we didn't go out there and execute. Simple as that.
I remember a couple years ago the picture of you with your quarterback, Jalen Hurts, after the loss to the Giants here. It seems like you, as a line, took that personal. You take this personal when Jalen's having to run around like that and getting pressured like that?
Absolutely. Absolutely. It's tough. It's tough. We hate when he's running around because we just want him to get through his reads. And, sometimes he saves us. And I love him for that. He saves us from giving up sacks, and it's a bit sticky. It's a sticky situation. So we've got to do a better job up front for sure.